this amazing art gallery here at Quinn's of Tweed, and thank you, Paul Detterer, for letting us meet here. Paul, just put your hand up, and thank you, Paul. So welcome everybody to Creative Hastings. Have a big woo! This is our third Creative Hastings this year, and we had one in March in Sterling, and then we had one in May in Cohill. And so we took a bit of a break for the summer, and now we're back for our third here in Tweed. So it's great to be in the municipality of Tweed, and a number of you are from this area, but I know some of you have come from down in Quinn West, Murray Township area, and I'm not sure where everybody else is from, but it's great to bring everybody to our area of Hastings County. And it's okay as well to use your smartphone if you wish. I know at events people tell you to, or meetings, they tell you to turn off your phone, so just turn it up to silent mode so that it doesn't ring while some people are talking. But please tweet about what you were seeing this evening, or somebody that you've met, maybe something interesting, maybe something about Quinn's, and use the hashtag, the number sign, Quinn's of Tweed. Or sorry, well, you can use Quinn's of Tweed, but Creative Hastings. How about use both? Quinn's of Tweed and Creative Hastings. And say something cool about what you've been seeing here this evening, and post on Facebook, and we'll get the message out there about what we have here. And also want to thank Scott Pettigrew and his band this evening. As well, what you're probably wondering, and some of you have asked me already, what is Creative Hastings all about? And what it is it's an opportunity to network. So a number of you have been networking, and then we have our formal talks now. And I'll talk a little bit about what Creative Hastings is and what the creative economy means for Hastings County. And then we'll go back to some more networking and some music with Scott and his band. And so that's the three parts for tonight. So it's really about networking, and that's something that we've heard through our business surveys, our business retention expansion programs, that entrepreneurs want to network and they want to meet with other people and have these after work type networking and social gatherings. So that's why we're putting this on. So what is the creative economy? A lot of you may be wondering, what does that mean? Well, the creative economy is essentially involving entrepreneurs who are paid to think. So it's just as much somebody who's a multimedia producer as it is an engineer, or an architect, just as much as it is somebody who's recording or doing videotaping or multimedia. And in Tweed and Hastings County, we have a lot of those types of entrepreneurs. I looked at our stats, and we have one third of our businesses are part of the creative economy. So what does that mean for our area? Well, it means more money, because the entrepreneurs who are part of the creative economy are generally paid on average $20,000 more than the next wage category. So typically that sort of blue collar worker. And I know a lot of you are probably saying, well, I don't make that much more money than the next person, but that's what the stats are showing us. And so in this area, in a rural, smaller setting, you might be making a little bit less, but that's what the stats show. And also, we know from our statistics that the creative economy, or the creative workers, they contribute 70% of the spending in our communities. And it's set to grow by 40% over the next decade. So when I put my economic developer's hat on, I say, well, okay, this is an area that has some growth. We want to have more of the spending in our community from those people with the higher wages. So then, okay, how do we attract more people in? Well, what we do is we promote our place, because entrepreneurs that are part of the creative economy like interesting places like what we have here in Tweed and Hastings County. They like the lakes and the rivers and the farmland and the outdoor amenities. They like to be able to go cross-country skiing whenever and be out there in 5 minutes and not have to drive for hours to get to the park. They want to be able to go boating or fishing, or even just for a hike in the woods. So that's basically what we want to be promoting, and so we're promoting our place. And I'll come back to it a bit later after I introduce some entrepreneurs, talk about our tourism development initiatives, where we are doing a better job of promoting and enhancing our place to draw more people in as well. The other thing I wanted to just mention is that the stats show us that we lost over 360,000 manufacturing jobs between 2006 and 2010. But in the same time period, we gained 200,000 jobs across Canada. So the creative economy is growing, and that's why we want to celebrate it. And the other thing, going back to my comment about as an economic developer, what are we going after? Well, the creative economy is key because on a regular basis, I could be waiting and hoping for that 500 employee manufacturing plant to come here to Tweed or to Hastings County. But on a regular basis, we can attract talent, and they'll come here and set up shop and businesses and support our economy and come to our area. But I could go on and on about the creative economy and what it means and so on. And there's a lot that we could discuss. But what I like to do is introduce people who are part of the creative economy and those entrepreneurs and have them actually explain who they are and what they do, and then talk a little bit about the why Hastings County and why is this a great place to live and run a business. And so I've asked 5 entrepreneurs, and one of them actually couldn't make it tonight at the last minute, so I have another person who's here that's going to stand in, which I will introduce momentarily. And they're each asked to speak for 3 minutes each. So 3 minutes maximum, so we don't have these long-winded speeches, so especially since we're all standing. So I'm conscious of that, but we'll introduce them one at a time.